Hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy launch day. The Inspire Blueprint membership is officially open. People can come, join. I am extremely excited because, wow, it has been such a project and just such a long time coming. So I'm very excited. If you are here for the replay, hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing our little regular chat. I want to share a little bit of encouragement, some lessons that I've been learning throughout this launch. I'm planning to go live every day this week. Just to share a little bit of how this launch has been, some lessons I've learned, as well as some information about the membership, because it is open. People are able to join, and so we're going to talk all about that. And it's just going to be a really, really good time. So as people are coming in, hello, God's Peaky Promise, what's up? How are you? Thanks so much for coming and joining. So the first thing is just I'm very excited. I always love launch days. I don't love them when I'm leading up to them because it's always a little bit interesting, just all of the work that goes into it. Typically, there's a lot of late evenings, early mornings, a lot of saying no to things and sacrificing in order to make it happen. And so I'm just excited that today it is finally launched. I've been working so hard on this, and so I'm just really excited to share with you all. So I have my tea. If you joined me on my live last week, my voice pretty much by the end of it was gone. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen today, because sometimes I get kind of excited on these lives. But yeah, I've just been dealing with some weird allergy stuff. Hello, everybody. And it's just been just so fun, right? So hello, we are going to be chatting about the new membership, as well as just some things I've been learning. I'm going to be going live every day this week, and it's going to be a good time. So let's go ahead and get into this. So first thing I wanted to do, of course, is just introduce myself. I am Tatiana. I am the CEO of the Inspire Blueprint. I absolutely love to inspire women to go for what they want in their lives and encourage them, especially in the realm of entrepreneurship, but also just as much as just who we are as women and what that looks like as we navigate and we're learning and all of the different things. And so I'm just very excited that you all are here joining me. High commitment to you. I remember you from the last one. What is up? Thank you so much. I'm still trying to get my voice back. It's definitely been a process, but thank you so much. Okay, so first things first, the membership opened up to everyone today. So it is now available if you want to come, join, learn about it. There is a monthly option available now too. So definitely check it out and see if it's interesting for you. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's included in that. But before, I wanted to just share, every day I'm going to share a little bit of a lesson that I've learned kind of really just this year, but really in relation to launching this. And so I have my little sticky I'm going to be referring to throughout the week. Let's pray I don't lose the sticky note. I'll probably put it in ClickUp so I don't lose it. But the main thing is that I wanted to talk about the word that I wrote down here is long game. So that is really what today's lesson is that I wanted to just briefly share about. I feel like when you decide that you want to start anything, really, anything that is worth your time, you have to be willing to be in there for the long game. You have to be willing to be in there in the times when you don't feel like it, in the times when it seems like your hard work is not making sense. It's really going to be such a long process, no matter what. Even if things happen like amazing off of the beginning, you still are going to have this time of where things are just going to feel long. And so for me, my business has felt like that. I started back in 2016 when I first launched the Stationary Muse. It has since blossomed into what is now the Inspire Blueprint. But even before that, I was into photography. I still am a graphic designer. I still do that in the background. I'm graphic design, web designer, photography. I was a blogger. I'm a YouTuber, of course. And so I've had a lot of different things that I've gotten into. And what I've just seen is that every time I go to do something, for me, it's always a very slow and steady process. I've never been a person that just has like this overnight takeoff. And so every time I launch something, one thing I'm always reminded about is that my obedience only helps me when it is time for me to do the next thing. And so God calls me to do different things all of the time, which sometimes can be a little bit scary. Sometimes I feel like, is this really for me? You know, all of the feelings. And what has happened every time I launch, I realize that there are people that have been following me for years, y'all. I mean years, okay? Since like when I first posted my very first vlog on my YouTube channel, I was fully pregnant. I was getting ready to get my subscription boxes out, and I was like, ooh, I think I'm going to document this process and see how it goes. And there are people that were commenting on those videos back then that still come and show up to these lives today, that still support me whenever I launch something. They're right there. And so this lesson for today is just, it's a long game, y'all, okay? So again, I said that was the year of 2016. When I finally did that channel, though, when I posted that video, that was 2018. So every single decision I've made, everything I've done that's felt uncomfortable, everything that I have wanted to give up on, that I've doubted, that I've put off, has led me to the moment to be able to launch this membership today. And so there are people that have been following me for years that joined this membership, y'all. People that have been saying like, oh my gosh, I would love to work with you, but it's a little bit expensive. Join the membership. And so really all I'm saying, and this is not, you all, I think if you know me from following me, you know I'm not a person that's like, oh, look at me. Like, that's definitely not at all what this is about. It's more so just to show you that your hard work, your obedience, your willingness to get uncomfortable, I promise you that it pays off in the end. It is not going to look like it on day 1. It's not going to look like it on day 15. You know, it may not even look like it within the first year, but you will hit a moment where you will look back and you will be like, wow, I did all of this to lead me to this moment for this to happen. Or, I stayed in contact with these people and kept these relationships going for this moment. And sometimes people come into our lives, even like in a personal thing, people will come into our lives and we don't necessarily know what that means, like what the friendship means, who this person will be for us. But sometimes people come into our lives to change us, to make us learn things about ourselves. And so it's the same thing with your business. There's going to be certain things you're going to do and you're going to feel like, oh, this is about to be it. It's going to pop off, like it's going to sell out. And then you might sell too, But there may be this one person that purchased it from you and they literally purchase from you every single time moving forward. Or, you may go to start your email list and only 5 people sign up within the first couple of weeks and you're feeling discouraged. But then as you start to grow and you do other things, you realize like, oh, 2 of these 5 people, they ended up wanting to work with me to take some of my services. And so that's really what I have learned, is that it's a long game. And I have to just be reminded about that, because it can be so easy to just get discouraged and just feel like, why am I doing this? What is the point? I see Donnie B said, so glad you were able to catch this live as well. I'm so nervous and life is busy and I'm ready and beyond nervous to start. Definitely. Girl, I'm always nervous to start. And it's like, even with this membership, I was very nervous to do this because, for one, a membership requires some consistency, y'all. And I've definitely have been practicing my consistency muscle for the past couple of years. And I knew that going into this, it was going to be something that I was going to have to fully say, okay, I commit to doing this. I'm confident about doing this and I'm going to see it through. But I had to really accept the fact that this was a level of commitment that I had to take on. A membership is not something where you can just kind of like dip in and out, and just be like, oh, I'm going to be here, for 2 seconds, come back. Like, no, the whole point of this is for me to support these women, to really be here, to be a light for you all, to help you to get through just the different crazy moments of entrepreneurship. And so I can't be inconsistent in this, I can kind of shy away from my email list a little bit, or I can take a break from my channel, but this is just such a different space. And so I really had to take a season to just be like, okay, are you ready to commit to this and be consistent? And then also it's just having to get out of my own way of all of the negative self-talk I had for myself. I'm pretty good when it comes to like all of the logistical back end things. I'm really good about coming up with like creative things to talk about. I have some different people that I'm going to bring in that can come and talk, but I was scared to even ask like, hey, do you want to come and speak to my membership? I don't really have any members yet, but I'm trying to see, if you want to come and be a presenter to a group that's non-existent right now. Like, it takes a level of faith to do these things. And I just want you all to know that I'm always so nervous when I'm doing everything. And so it takes a process. If I'm completely honest, I remember there was a time, this was back when I was still pregnant in 2018, a little bit before I had my daughter. God had placed it in me that I was going to create some kind of community of some sort. At this time, I was not business coaching at all. At this time, I was fully into my subscription box. The Stationary Muse was fully popping. I had just really started my YouTube channel, and I felt like I was going to be creating something. It had a way different name, but it was just weird because I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm, I don't know what do you want me to do here? Like, I just started my business a couple years ago. What is this about? And so, again, it's a long game. Just because you might get this revelation now where you feel like, oh, this is the thing that I need to be doing. It may not be in this season, but all of the things that you do, all of the obedience that you have, it's going to prime you and it's going to prep you for the people and for that season when it's time for you to finally follow through with it. And so I just have to share that because even though I'm constantly launching new things, I learn new things every time. I have to talk myself into it every time. I have to get over a new hump every time. And then in this specific season, I'm dealing with a huge life change that we are getting ready to do, which I'll be sharing about that soon as well. So in the midst of trying to get all of those things in order, I'm also trying to launch this membership too. And I'm like, is this a sign I shouldn't be launching my membership because there's too much life going on right now? Like, just all of the things. Okay, y'all. Raniska said, hey, I'm late. People are working at our house. Oh, no worries. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Praying about the membership. How long is it open for and how many spots do you have? So there are no limits on spots as far as how long it's going to be open for. I'm going to try to leave it open for about the first 2-ish weeks of April. And then I'm thinking about closing it and then reopening it at the end of the quarter. The reason for that is because it's very strategically done in a way to where we're going to work through a theme for the quarter. And I feel like the most value comes if you're in there for the 90 days together. You don't have to be, but that's kind of the way that I've created it in a way. But there's something fun every month that's going to be happening. Let's see. God's Pinky Promise. Hello. I'm glad you're in there too, Kiera. What's up? It's a chance of failure and not reaching success that holds me back. Okay. There's always a chance of failure. There have been many times that I have failed at launches. There have been many times that I went to hit the launch button. I posted that photo and I was like, oh, this is available. Crickets. Okay. Failure happens. Definitely, I would suggest going and listening to my podcast. It's called The Inspire Blueprint. It's on all of the major podcast platforms. I have a 2-episode series about launching. The first one is the recipe for a successful launch. And the second one is all about, what did I call it? Basically, like how to deal with the emotional toll of a launch, like something like emotional stress of launching. I would go take a listen to that. It might help you with some of the things you're feeling reserved about launching. But just normalize the fact that fear is failure. Fear is failure. Normalize the fact that failure is going to happen. You're also going to have moments where you fall a little bit short of what you expected, but you're going to learn something every single time. And like I was saying in the beginning, there are things that I was doing in the beginning. These people, like when I had like 1 or 2 customers, like my subscription box is a great example. There's one woman, she was getting my subscription box back when it first kind of took off back in 2018. She's always, kind of been involved in some, and this is not even just her. There's multiple people like this. And then she was involved when I kind of shifted and started doing coaching. She signed up for my first group coaching program. She's done one-on-one. Now she's in the membership. And so it's like, it's a long game. That was really just the lesson I wanted to share, is it's a long game. And so even though sometimes it will feel like this was a failed launch, I promise you people are watching you. God is watching you, and you're learning something every single time. And even if you have to go back again in the following week, you like, all right, we launching again, y'all. Like, we didn't get what we wanted, but we're here again. Like, that's what entrepreneurship about. It takes this level of kind of like humbling yourself a bit to be like, okay, I'm not going to get it right the first time. I'm not going to hit the goal every single time, but I'm a testament to just show that I'm not like a millionaire over here. I'm not anything close to that, but I am fulfilled in what I'm doing. I love the people that I get to serve. And it just makes me so happy to look back at the failures that I had, because like, well, if you wouldn't have went through that, if you wouldn't have even tried it, we wouldn't be here today. So all of it leads you to today. Radnitska said, I've been accepting more that it's all the long game, being okay with the long game, to be able to think clarity and peace. Consistency is definitely more of what I need. I promise you, consistency is really key. I know that's so cliche and people say it, but if you're not consistent, you can't expect to see the results you want. And that's just like, me hitting you with a moment of tough love. I have seen it over and over again. Like, I will sit there and I'll be like, dang, nobody watched this video, or dang, nobody did this. And I'm like, well, shoot, I only talked about it one time. What can I really expect, And so with the output is what you're going to get. And so it's just important to realize that, but it's a long game. And to me, the long game is better than like you taking off in the beginning, not having the systems in place, not having the resources in place. You're stressed out. You don't know what to do. I've seen so many stories of people that have grown way beyond what they anticipated, and they were not ready. They had angry customers. They couldn't do anything with their family. They were just completely stressed. And so that journey is not for everybody. And I thank God every day that, he puts me in a place to where, I have enough of where I'm like, okay, I'm chugging along, I'm doing well, where I see progress. But at the same time, it's not like I wake up the next day and it's like, woo, I have no idea what to do, what's in front of me. Because that is overwhelming. And even sometimes back when I was doing my subscription box, some of those months, y'all, it was like a lot of boxes. And I mean, it was really just me. My husband would help a little bit. But sometimes the things that we pray for and that we want, they're a little bit more overwhelming than what we probably, anticipate. So just think about, like, can I really take on what it would look like if I got the success I wanted today? Do I have my finances in place? Do I have my bank account ready? Do I have my business stuff separated? In terms of that, do I have all my systems in place? So when somebody reaches out or they do something, they get this. Like, all of those things have to be in place when you want to just kind of like take off and things happen immediately. There has to be some things ready to go, when that happens. So as Shalina said, woo, crickets are hard during the launch, but you definitely keep going. Girl, yes, they are. Especially when your heart is just so in it, right? So that is the lesson for today. Like I said, I'm going to be going live every single day for the rest of this week. Through Thursday, so tomorrow and Thursday. And I wanted to just share these little lessons. So today is all about long game. If you don't take anything else away from it, it's just that it's a long game. Just repeat that to yourself. Say it to yourself when you're waking up and you're like, nobody clicked on the link. Nobody purchased this thing. Nobody joined my whatever. Nobody signed up for this. Nobody subscribed. Nobody followed. Whatever it is that you're thinking in the back of your head and you're like automatically assuming that you failed, it's a long game. And just show up again, So that was our lesson for today. I'll be back with another little tidbit tomorrow. So I wanted to share about the membership, y'all, because this is my new baby. This is my new project. And again, it's a long game. This is all about building relationships, connecting. And so I actually have my stuff in order for once. So I'm going to have my images together here so that we can pull up some stuff. Radnitska said, I completely agree. I'm building all the systems I need now, and there are more things I didn't know about that I like. Definitely wouldn't be prepared for the answer. Exactly. And a lot of times, I know for me, I'm always speaking from my own personal experience. A lot of the things that I really hope for, I'm usually not ready, either mentally, my capacity level. A lot of times I'm just not really ready for what I'm thinking that I am. And I think it's just so interesting how we will label ourselves as failures. But sometimes it's like, no, God is just kind of like, girl, just sit down for a second. I'm working on you. I promise you it's all going to, it's going to work out. It's going to be good with time. But we just need to take a moment to just pause. So I'm going to try this little screen share thing. So let's see, just so you guys can learn a little bit more about the membership. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them as I'm talking. I would be happy to answer. My mom is on. Hey, mommy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yes, Joy and Janine, yes, a plan is a must, y'all. Okay, for everything. Okay. And then see my voice. I almost didn't go live today. I was talking to Shalina. I almost didn't go live, and she was like, just do it. I'm like, my voice just does not want me to be great, y'all. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, it's called the Inspire Blueprint Membership. It is basically a place for you to come to feel supported, to feel seen and heard. When I first started my business, this was something that I wish that I had. And I know there are so many memberships out there now. Things are definitely very different. But what I feel like what sets this one apart, at least to me, is that I feel like I just want it to be so much more than just like me collecting some money from you every month. I want it to be so much more than like me just throwing a resource at you or whatever the case is. Like, I put a lot of time and thought into this, and you'll kind of see as I talk about this, but I just really want this to be so much more than just this little membership you signed up for. Like, I really want us to build a sisterhood in here and to really have a place you can come and lean on these people as we grow and get to know each other. Of course, like, no one's going to be open on day one, but that's really my hope for this. So the first thing I wanted to share is, I talked about this a little bit, is every quarter is going to have a different, okay, this is a little interesting on Instagram. It takes a little bit longer to get to the image. Here we go. Every quarter has a theme. The theme for this quarter is called Bold Beyond Belief. The ladies that are already in there, there's already some ladies in there, so I'm sure some of them have seen it already. But Bold Beyond Belief is an acronym. You can learn about the acronym inside of the membership, but it's all about just getting out of your own way, which is what we're all about. That is our message, for you to really feel like, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm telling myself all these negative things. Instead of doing that, we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to be bold in everything we do. I'm going to show up like I've already done this before. I'm going to show up like I'm not nervous, like I'm not caring about what's going to happen. I'm going to be bold in what I'm doing, and what that ends up doing, what that leads to, is you will start to see that consistency, that long game I was talking about. The more you show up boldly, people are going to take attention to that, and they're going to want to follow you and learn more and subscribe and support. And that's what it's all about. So I'm just touching on it a little bit briefly. It's very meaty, but there's like a video and all of the different things. But that is our theme for this quarter. So if you want to figure out like what I'm talking about, then definitely make sure you check it out on there for sure. And so this is the first thing, is what's included in the membership. So pretty much once you're inside, you will have access to, I shared the wrong image with you guys. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So you'll have access to the Success Blueprint course. It's a mini course that I created just for the membership. So no one else has access to this. It's only people in the membership. It's brand new material. And it's pretty much for you to have a place as a foundation. So when you are feeling like, okay, I'm stuck in my business, or I'm kind of hitting this new level, or I don't know what to even focus on, I got so many things I need to do, what do I focus on? The Success Blueprint course was designed to help you just get a hold on what you need to be focusing on right now. I shared a little bit of this in that clarity training that I did about a month ago, I think it was. But that was just a very small piece of what this course is all about. So you get access to that. Every 14 days, another part drips out to you. So then that way you don't feel like, again, I'm throwing all this stuff at you. You'll have some time to really work on each thing and think about it. But it covers the 6 C's of success, and there's every single thing is very, very intentionally done. And then you also get access to the Impactful Biz Starter Kit. And so this is including a digital pack of some business planning things, some just kind of foundational things to get you going. It's just another resource that I wanted to add in there for you all. So that's included as well. You're also going to have access to some monthly trainings too. So every single month, the plan is for us to have either a business training or a personal development training. The reason for this is because I feel like there's no way that I'm going to be able to be the best entrepreneur if I'm not right within. So the personal development trainings are going to be things to just really build us up, make us feel confident in what we're doing, help with things around like at home, in our environment, who we are as people. There's going to be one of those every quarter, and then there's going to be 2 business trainings. So once a month, there will always be a training. Some of them will include special guests. This quarter, my accountant, Brittany Subtle, is actually our guest. She's going to be speaking to us in May. So I'm very, very excited to have her. Like I said, I was so nervous, y'all. I'm like, would you want to? But she's so thrilled to talk to everybody. And we're going to be talking all about finances and accounting and like just all of the confusion around like taxes and different things. She's such an open book, and so I'm excited for her to be there. But every quarter we're going to have a new guest speaker, and then I'm going to be leading 2 trainings as well this quarter. So if you want to kind of see a little bit more about what those are, again, get in the membership so you can join us. We have a full calendar as well. So on top of that, we also have accountability and strategy calls. So this is basically going to be a chance for us to not only hold each other accountable, but also have a space to get things done. So I'm trying to rotate the time so there will be a chance for everyone to be able to come at least once a quarter. There will be replays, but the point of the calls is for you to have time to come, connect, talk about what you're doing, ask questions, and just most importantly, have the space to do what you need to do. So that is what is expected. So pretty much we have 3 as of right now. We have 3 calls per month. So training, and then we have an accountability and co-working call, and then we have a planning and strategy call. So that is what is going on with that. And then, of course, I feel like the best part of all of this naturally is going to be the community of women that are inside, because this is what is really the heart of it. This is the whole reason of why I'm doing it, to be completely honest. And so this is really where we're going to see the breakthroughs happen. I feel like it's just us getting to know each other on a group level, but even making connections with people that you feel like you just really, groove with and everything. It's just a time to come together, and so many more things. I have a book club that's going to be happening in there soon, probably Q3. We're going to start that. I got some exclusive shop discounts that are in there. We'll be doing challenges together, exclusive content, just fun things in the community. So that is pretty much what you can expect. A little bit of a taste. The ladies that are already in there, I'm sure, have already kind of seen it, and I'm hoping that they're loving it so far. I've been just so excited to finally share about all this. So just as a recap, these are the things that are included and what the pricing is on this, just in case if you're like, okay, how much does it cost, girl? So you can get into the membership for $47 a month, but we do also have a yearly option, a yearly subscription available for $467 a month. So not a month, I'm sorry, $467 a year. So those are the 2 options right now to get in. Registration, enrollment, whatever you want to call it, will be open for about 2 weeks, and then it'll close, and then it'll reopen again towards the end of the quarter. So definitely get in if you want to be kind of in this first founding group. I would absolutely love to have you in there. And so join us, come join us. The link is in the bio, it's in the description. And I just absolutely cannot wait to welcome everybody in there today and just beyond as people start coming in and joining. Does anyone have any questions about the membership at all or anything like that? It is designed for different types of businesses, so it's not just stationary business focused at all. It's really for service businesses, private businesses. You don't have to have a business. You can come in without having one. You can come in with one where maybe you've been doing it for a couple of years. I'm really wanting to serve a bigger group of women, and so that is pretty much it. Let me stop this share and see if anyone has any questions. Feel free to drop them before I get off or before my voice tells me I need to stop again. Hello to the people getting on. I was just sharing about the new membership. I'm so excited. Today is officially launch day, so I just wanted to get on and share about what I've been working on for the last couple of months, and it is finally here. I did share a little bit of a lesson earlier, so definitely make sure you watch the replay if you want to hear about that. I just talked about how business and launching and all of these things is a long game, and the sooner that we realize that, the easier it'll be for us to continue to show up and not feel like we are falling short of something, because we know that this is just part of the process. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Donnie B said, thank you. This is great. I've been wanting to work with you for a while since I found you. Yes, definitely reach out. And I still do offer other things as well. So I still do one-on-one too. But this membership is definitely going to be for someone who is not necessarily at a point where they're ready to invest in one-on-one, or they're just really looking for just a constant support, because even with one-on-one clients, at some point, like we stop working together. So this is just a consistent touch point for us to keep in contact, plenty of time to get questions answered. And I know already that there's going to be so many other women in there that are even more knowledgeable than me about certain things, is what I'm hoping, so that you will also have them as a resource as well, besides just me. So it's really going to be a beautiful thing. I already know. Any more questions, comments, concerns before I go? I appreciate you all getting on with me. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. My daughter will be home with me tomorrow, so she might be on the live with me. We'll see how that goes. But tomorrow I'll be sharing another lesson and kind of giving you all a little bit more insight into the membership tomorrow. So definitely reach out if you have questions. Feel free to send me a message or an email, and I'll be happy to answer the questions. But yeah, links are posted and everything. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your, Tuesday. Thanks for watching.